In this video, we're going to be talking about Ethereum. We're going to be analyzing the price of Ethereum, basically giving a technical analysis upon price action. So yeah, hopefully you enjoy the video. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe as I'm trying to hit 600 subs. As well as that, before investing into Ethereum, please do your own research as I'm not a financial advisor. So looking on CoinMarketCap, Ethereum is currently up 5.23% at the time of recording. You can see on the chart provided that Ethereum is very bullish. You can see we're making higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, pretty much everything you need for a bull trend essentially. You can see here we did reach the daily high of 2.7 23k. I feel like we could possibly go higher, possibly get back up into the 3k region, but it just depends on the overall market. If you check on the weekly here, you can see that price was pretty much bearish on the daily. In fact, yeah, we were at the weekly high was 2.756, and we did reach the weekly low of which was 2.5 essentially, which is really low for Ethereum. So if we go over to the trading view to have a bit more in-depth analysis on Ethereum, so you can see here that pretty much price. Let me start on the daily. So essentially you can see here that we were overall bullish back in 20, and then from then onwards we did have the initial drop towards the downside. I feel like price could have tapped up into this demand zone roughly around this area. Let me just mark this out to see how price has been doing on. So this would have been my initial target for the demand zone, but I feel like price had other things to do. So what can be said? So you can see here that price pretty much tapped up into one of these demand zones. There is two within this, but I feel like this is the most probable one. And what can be said, we can see that we had a little accumulation schematic here, which therefore led price towards upside. And then from then onwards, there was a very strong supply area, which therefore led the price back down. And from here onwards, I felt like price could have tapped back into this region before initially pumping up towards upside, but I feel like price is starting to accumulate in this area. If we drop into the 1 hour, we can have a bit more in-depth analysis on this accumulation schematic. So I feel like the accumulation probably would have started from here onwards to here. Yep, let me just put this as a schematic. So yeah, you can pretty much see that price was pretty much accumulating from this area. You can see that this is a selling climax, secondary test in phase B, and then we had the initial spring, which therefore liquidated both of these areas. And then what can be said, and then you can see we had a retest essentially, and the retest from then onwards pretty much led to the initial breakout through this area. You can see that all this liquidity was taken out from this, and then we did have an initial drop, but I feel like this is mainly due to Bitcoin as well. If you look at Bitcoin, you can see here Bitcoin was accumulating as well, pretty much the same as Ethereum, but now Bitcoin is starting to become bullish again. I feel like Ethereum will initially start to pump. We could possibly even reach the highs of 3k essentially for Ethereum. This is my main target. The main reason for this is that there's definitely is liquidity based above this area. Let me just mark this out. So you can see that there is liquidity based above here. So yeah, you can see liquidity based there, and then there is also liquidity based upon this distribution schematic essentially, which is could possibly be taken out. The main reason for this is that once price does liquidate, that I feel like we could have initial little pullback before we go back up, or we could initially pretty much reach pretty much liquidate both of these areas, and then therefore we would have another pullback. But it just depends on the overall market. So if what can be said, so you can see here that we're accumulating again, pretty much respecting this demand zone over here. Let me see this demand zone. Yep, you can see that this is a possible demand zone. Let me see demand. Yep. If we let me drop into lower time frame to refine this demand zone to get the best initial one. What could possibly be said? Possibly put it to this one actually. Yeah, probably this one. Yeah, that candle there would possibly be the best one. And then yeah, pretty much price is respecting this demand zone. We could possibly see another rise towards the upside, but we also have to take into consideration that we did have a break of structure. So once price does tap up into this region, we're gonna have to wait and see on how price reacts. As you know, we did have a break of structure, and then therefore we did tap up into this, and price did fail. So It could mean that we could possibly reach past 30.43 if this demand zone is respected, and we possibly make a new higher high. So it was looking good for Ethereum. We could possibly start reaching new highs and potentially become bullish again. Uh, Hopefully, this year we could possibly reach 10k. That is my main target for this year. There's still loads and loads of areas of imbalances. Let me just go into the daily. So yeah, you can see here that there is huge imbalances within this, and yeah, pretty much loads and loads of liquidity within the market, and the overall market is bullish. Let's go over to CoinMarketCap to see the overall market cap is 1.78 trillion. We're still below the 2 trillion mark, but I feel like we could possibly start reaching the 2 trillion once the Bitcoin does reach past 55k. And yeah, the overall market is up 3.4% at the time of recording. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed the video. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe. I'm trying to hit 600 subs, and peace.